Hi, so this is the Acer Aspire R5 57-1T, and I'm going to show you around the edges here. But first of all, let me show you the width of this. So this is a 12-inch ruler, and if I place it like this, you could see that the length is about 14.5 inches, and the width here is a little bit under 10 inches. Now, this is all complete metal, and you notice it's machined very nicely. And you'll see there's those very rough edges, makes it look like gunmetal. And you'll notice there is no fingerprints, so it's very nice design. Now, I do want to go through the bottom here because a lot of people would like to know whether the bottom is removable, either to replace a battery in the future or to replace the RAM and memory and the hard drive to a SSD. So that's exactly what I'm going to do in another video, so stay tuned for that video where I remove the bottom. But as you notice, that these are all Phillips screws, so keep that in mind, that it is very easy to remove because those are standard Phillips screws there. And let me open this up and show you a little bit of the keyboard. Now, the keyboard is a backlit keyboard. And so, show you close up. And the screen is a touch screen. And so this here is a touch screen, and because it's a touch screen, it flips all the way over like so. And what I like about this is because it flips like this, it's very sturdy. You know, it's one of those laptops where, because it sort of doubles as somewhat of a pseudo tablet, even though this would be a huge tablet because it's 15.6 inches. What ends up happening is that the strength of the hinge itself is specially designed such that it'll withstand a lot of use. So I do want to go over, you know, just how big the trackpad is here. And also I want to go over how heavy it is, because it's a 15.6 inch. While it's very conveniently, you know, a nicely, you know, has a nice large screen to it, it still gets kind of big. So I do want to go over just you know, some of the keys in case you want to know where some of the function keys are. And now that this is turned on, I want to show you how heavy it is. So I'm just going to rest the laptop on here, and you could see it's actually 4.4 pounds, 12.7 ounces. Now let me go through the keyboard in case you are very picky about where the keys are located, which sometimes I am, simply because I've had keys where the home and end buttons were the function keys, which is just crazy because you know, they're very hard to operate if you have to push two keys to do the home and end when you're doing, you know, anything like Excel or Word, for example. Now, once again, that the trackpad is huge, and it has its own number pad. I'll zoom in again, and keep in mind that this is a backlit, and this is a i5 7200, so it's a lot more energy efficient than the 6th generation 6200U. And it does have a Dolby audio, not Adobe audio. Now, as I mentioned before, on this side there is the slot here, and and this side when it's in tablet mode. And of course the screen is a beautiful screen. So one thing I did research for this screen is that the color is a perfect match as far as the real display of the color. So you don't get any discoloration or saturation or anything like that. That this screen itself for this model is a very good match as far as real color display. So sometimes when you buy certain laptops, the colors are just so off that it's horrible. Well, that's not the case for this laptop. And put this aside. And go through this again. So you'll see, just transforming it. You know how strong the hinge is. And going through it again. Now this is heavy, a little bit heavy, but as you can see when I measured it, it was a lot under 5 pounds, just 4 pounds, 12 ounces. So, but that's really it. That's really what I wanted to show, just the exterior and outer shell. Just to give you a good feel of exactly how this laptop is. And I hope this helps, and thank you for watching. Please subscribe.